The young people learned that the $5 million in compensation for the demolition had been embezzled by two strangers listed on their family registry. Yet, he didn't get angry. On the contrary, he was pleased and accompanied his parents to get a divorce. He even persuaded his father to take out a high-interest loan of $12 million. In fact, just a few days earlier, the young man and his parents had gone to collect the compensation. As he pulled out a bag to hold the $5 million in cash, the official informed them that the demolition registration had already been completed. The head of the household had also signed the documents. Yet, they had never received this compensation, and had not signed any documents. The official refused to listen to their explanations, and, annoyed, ordered them to leave. The young man took out $200 and slipped it under the family register booklet, so the official would check the information again. The female official took the booklet, and quickly hid the $200 tip under her keyboard. Then she glanced at the screen, and confidently stated that the registration had been finalized the previous week. Another week of waiting and the funds would be released. The father, seeing his own signature, felt his blood pressure skyrocket. He protested that he had never signed such a document. The young man asked to verify the registered identity, but was denied. Under the pretext that unauthorized disclosure of private data would result in dismissal, they then rushed to the police station, and, after checking the information of the head of household, discovered two strangers listed in the register. The father explained that he didn't know these two people, and had no idea how they ended up on his family registry. The policewoman explained that the family register had been updated 6 months ago, and that this woman and her daughter were added at that time. The young man, furious, introduced his mother and father to the policewoman. He hoped for a reasonable explanation, but was told the error might have come from the previous officer. The father, at his wit's end, blamed the staff for this malfunction that had damaged his reputation, and allowed others to claim the $5 million. The young man slammed the booklet on the table, and demanded that the policewoman remove the mother and daughter from their family registry. The policewoman retorted that their booklet was now invalid, and that any modification required the individuals to appear in person with ID. The father slapped his thigh in frustration, since they didn't even know these two imposters in order to locate them. The policewoman, powerless, admitted she had never encountered such a case, and offered to contact the individuals. To her surprise, the person on the line claimed to be abroad for a month-long vacation. As the payment date approached, their family was still unable to access the funds. The young man realized this was no accident, but a premeditated fraud. Since the scammers were deliberately delaying the process, he decided to go to their home to get answers. The policewoman refused to disclose the address, citing data privacy, and said she had contacted the relevant department, which had found no one at their residence, and confirmed the legality of the procedures. She could do nothing more. Upon hearing this failure, the mother suffered a heart attack and passed out. The young man then turned to the most reputable lawyer in the area. This lawyer was very familiar with identity theft cases, having handled nearly 100 similar cases in recent years, although such cases were always very complex. That the fraudsters had managed to transfer the registry and file the documents showed that their evidence was in order. Even if the young man succeeded in proving the registration was illegal, the funds would already be in the imposter's account, and recovering the money would remain uncertain.